Who is the alpha dog heart of the Alabama football team?
I have to say I am. I have to say me or Henry, Bryce, JB, DJ Dale. We all do a really good job of, trying to help all the guys out, but also having that dominant, leadership style and making sure that we get our guys going and make sure that everybody's responsive in the right way.
Okay. What responsibility comes with being that guy?
Doing everything the right way, showing up every day, even the days you don't feel like it, showing up, working hard, setting a great example for those guys, showing them this how it's done. Follow after me, I got y'all.
What do you demand of your teammates?
Excellence. That's it. Play to the Alabama standard. You ain't got to do nothing else, nothing special. Just play to the Alabama standard.
What do you demand of yourself?
Play the Will Anderson standard and the Alabama standard.
What is Will Anderson's standard?
Wreak havoc every play, every game, get better, 1% better. Every day I come to practice, I'm getting better. No days off, no BSing, just living up truly to who I want to be.
What are teams trying to do this year to limit you that maybe you didn't see in the past?
A lot. Different protection, 70 protection, chips, double teams, a little bit of triple teams. They'll slide the protection to me every play. So I'll probably get the tackle and the guard. That's just some of the stuff I've seen so far.
And there are teammates of yours like Dallas Turner and Chris Braswell who are taking advantage of the fact that you are getting that much attention.
Yes.
How do Coach Golding and the other coaches on the defensive side of the football, what adjustments are they making to make sure that you're the most effective player you can be?
They put me in all types of different positions. They do a really good job. We have different packages. I'm pretty sure y'all seen the cheetah package. They rotate us around, putting us in different spots, making sure that, hey, this offensive line is doing this. Let's see which one of y'all are better at this position this week, or move you around here, that have you open up more and stuff like that. So it just depends on the team that we're playing and how they protect.
Describe the cheetah package. What is that?
So basically it's 3 outside linebackers on the field, me, Dallas, and Chris Braswell, and, just the best pass rushers on the field, trying to get to the quarterback. And, we got 2 people on one side together, and then we have another one to the boundary, something like that by itself. And just basically try to give the offensive line a headache on how we're going to block this and stop this package.
What effect have you seen that package has had?
It's been so good. Every day we meet on Monday, we always reached our third down win rate. So it's been good. The amount of pressures a lot of people may think about, oh, they're not getting no sacks, they're not getting this, but the amount of pressures that we're getting on the QB and throwing him off his spot and him either throwing an interception or throwing the ball out of bounds, it's been good. So the package has been working really great. We've been doing a really good job of getting off the field on third down.
Coach Saban told me that those pressures that you're getting, in a lot of cases, are even more effective than had you gotten a sack. They're on third down, they end drives, that type of thing. But with the insane numbers that you put up last season, we all saw them, legendary. What, if any, frustration have you felt that maybe the numbers aren't the same, even if football people understand that the impact is big?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing I had to realize. I was like, well, it's going to be different this year. People are going to try to stop you. But, in your head, you just have to keep out there playing football. You can't let it affect you, because once it affects you, then you're all out of your game, you're all out of your mode. Then it's going to be way easier for them to stop you. So I think every play for myself is, what's coming. Just try to work as hard as you can, try to wreak havoc as much as you can in times like that. But, as long as I'm still, trying to affect the quarterback, no matter if it's a sack or not, it's still good to me. I think the coaches have done a really good job of beating that into my head, because I got to get the sack, I got to get the sack. But it's like, look, you back there. It's not you getting, nobody stopping you back there and maybe throwing the ball away, but you're getting the pressure. You're moving them out the pocket, so you're good.
On that same note, what's their message to you if you're a little frustrated about that?
Just keep working. And I remember Jamie Mosley, he's one of the GAs here. He talks to me all the time, like on Saturday. I think he could see a little bit in my face. He was saying, it's going to come. It's going to come. Keep working. Keep going out there doing the same thing. You're getting back there. It's going to come. Just keep going. And I think that helps me a lot, that, keep my drive going. Don't get discouraged. Don't get frustrated. Don't let the situations that's going on affect me, determine how I'm going to do in the game.
What do you think is the best play you've made thus far in 2022?
Probably the pick six I had. I've never scored a touchdown in college before, let alone I've never even touched the ball and ran with it in college before. So that's kind of like the highlight since the last 3 years I've been here. That's probably like one of the biggest highlights of my.
Walk me through it.
Yeah.
What happened?
So basically, Coach had called a call, and it was not even supposed to be designed like that, but Coach had called a call, and I think it got tipped in the air, and I just happened to be right there at the moment. And it's funny because me and Malachi Moore was talking about, he's like, well, you're going to get a pick six this year. And I've actually wrote that down on one of my goals, like, you're going to get a pick six this year. And I seen the ball, and I just took advantage of the opportunity, and then I started running with it, and I had to use a little stiff arm to get him off me. So it was great, man. It was a time to be there. It was a time to be alive.
So we already had a Heisman pose? Come on, man. You ready?
A little bit.
What did that goal sheet you just mentioned say? What was on it?
A lot of stuff was on it. I'll give you a few. So really just the three that always been stuck with me since I've been here. My high school coach told me grades, productivity, and get on the field. You know, I'm on the field. Now I just got to produce and just keep my grades up. But also one of the biggest things I really wrote on there was just becoming a better leader. Last year I think I was kind of scared to, navigate my way around. But this year I've really stepped into that leadership role of, connecting well with others and, being more vocal. I think that's one thing me and Coach Saban talked about a lot too is, people respect you. They have a lot of respect for you. You can be vocal. You do things the right way. People have no choice but to listen to you. So that's like one of the biggest things I've really been working on is just being a great leader.
What did he say to you? Did he say you need to be more vocal?
Yeah, he told me, he's like, you need to be more of a vocal leader. You were a little vocal last year, but I need you to take that next step for me and help this team because you can really do that.
What players do you study that you think are great and you try to incorporate some of what they do well into your own repertoire?
I would say the three players I really study a lot would be Khalil Mack, Von Miller, and Nick Bosa because they all really do a really good job of going speed to power. And when speed to power is not there, they do have a really good moves of the counter moves of working off the speed to power. And that's kind of like in my game, I'm very speed to power, and I just got to work off of getting the speed to power.
What have you seen are the biggest challenges for you and your brothers on this team this season?
The biggest challenges is probably just cutting down. I would just say it's on us. I feel like our challenge is, how we go out there and play every day. Like, I'm trying to explain this as we can't make mental errors. I think that's what we're challenging right now is when we're all on the same page, we're a really good defense, a really great team. But I think when we do make those mistakes, stuff like that, it kind of hurts us a little bit. So when we're all on the same page and we're all locked in and everybody's paying attention to those details, we're a dang good on football team.
Define the magnitude of the Alabama-Tennessee rivalry.
It's a big rivalry. It's a really big rivalry. Coach Saban tells us all the time, this game means a lot to a lot of people in this state. They take it very seriously. Growing up, being from Georgia, I don't really know too much about Alabama, but you quickly find out about a lot of rivalries when you get here, and Alabama and Tennessee is a really big one. So, this week is going to be a really good week for us. It's going to be a really good challenge for us this Saturday. Tennessee has a great team, great offense, great coaching staff, so it's going to be a challenge.
When you got the Fearless tattoo, what motivated you to do that, and why was that the choice?
Honestly, at first, I seen the tattoo, somebody had it right here, but I was like, I'm going to get it on my legs. And I feel like if I'm going to get a tattoo, me and my mom and dad, we always talked. It was like, if you get a tattoo, make it mean something meaningful. Just don't be going out here getting anything. And I wanted to get something that was meaningful. Like, I got something right here. It says Rare Soul, here, Fearless.
What's it say there?
It says Rare Soul. Rare Soul, so like I'm rare, you know what I'm saying? Like something meaningful. So when I got Fearless, it was like, use it. Use it like that's who you are. You're fearless. You don't let nothing fear you. You go out there and you go do your thing. So that's kind of why I got these.
You got to participate in the tradition that is the winner of the Alabama-Tennessee game enjoying a cigar after the win.
Yes.
Put me in that locker room. What is that experience like when all you guys are firing up stogies?
It's cool. It's fun. I think it's a great tradition that they started here. I feel like you have to be there to actually to get the feeling. But it's fun, and I feel like a real grown man my freshman year when I got a chance to do it because I never did it before, but it was cool.
What was that first one like?
I was coughing a little bit because I couldn't control it.
I love it. All right, let me ask you a little bit about this game real quick. Y'all won Alabama's won 15 straight in this rivalry. What's the motivation to go into Neyland Stadium, win again, and keep that streak alive?
You know, I think we can't focus on, you know, the past tense. I think we have to be where our feet are and be in the moment right now and realize, you know, that we're going to get each team's best. You know, Tennessee is going to try to come out there and play as hard as they can. I know I've seen something that said that, you know, this is their championship game. And, you know, we have to play every game like it's our championship game as well. So, you know, the preparation this week has been good. Everybody's been locked in. And I think we're going to approach this game just like we approach any other game.
One of the hardest things for me to do in my life, and I'm in my mid-40s. I'm an old man with gray hair, Will. It's hard for me to be where my feet are. Yeah. What's the challenge for you to just be in the moment and focus on every play, every day?
Yeah, well, for me, I don't really feel like it's a challenge for me, only because I don't like embarrassment. I don't like any of that. I don't like being wrong. I don't like having to be told something that I know what I should have been doing and stuff like that. Of course, I'm not a perfect player. Of course, I'm going to mess up, but I feel like I'm so always locked in to where I don't need a coach or anybody to tell me, like, hey, you should have did this, because I have a standard for myself and I have an expectation for myself that I have to uphold and help my teammates out. So I think that's why it's kind of easy for me to be where my feet are.
Phenomenal perspective. I love that, man. Hendon Hooker's really good.
Yes.
Like a really good player. As you've studied him this week, saw him last year, what does he do especially well?
He runs really well, but I think the biggest thing that people miss is that he is very athletic, but he can also sit in the pocket and, you know, throw passes really well. He has a really good arm as well. He has a really great offensive line. I think they're giving up only like 8 sacks. And, you know, they do a tremendous job of moving really fast. Coach has been trying to do a really good job of implementing that in practice. But, you know, he's great. And, you know, we're looking for the challenge. It's going to be a great one for us.
How do you corral him?
You know, everybody has to be on the same page, especially when we're trying to get out there and we're rushing and everything like that. Nobody can rush selfishly. Nobody can be trying to do anything special. We have to go with the game plan the coach gives us, make sure that all gaps are accounted for, making sure that, you know, he has nowhere to escape from.
What did you learn at Texas A&M that you guys have to do better in order to beat Tennessee?
Probably, you know, paying attention to the little details, like the really small ones, and communicating. I think that's going to be one of the biggest factors of this game, is making sure that we're all on the same page and everybody's getting the call and everybody's communicating what this motion goes to, or if they motion like this, what are we going to, if anything like that. Just communicating really good.
What's the challenge of preparing for a game with a little uncertainty at quarterback? We don't know if Bryce is going to be able to go. What challenge does that present?
Well, I think we can only control what we can control, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You know, of course, we would love for Bryce to play, but, you know, that's a coach decision, medical staff decision. And, you know, no matter what happens on offense, when defense on the field, we don't worry about how we get on the field. We just have to worry about how we get off the field.
That's good. Are you a, like, chest bump guy?
Yeah.
You get a sack, you get a pick six, are you chest bumping?
Yeah, chest bumping, everything.
What is it? What do you love so much about the chest bump celebration?
I don't know, you just grew up watching it when you was a little kid, and then when you get to high school, middle school, rec league, you just see everybody doing it, and I think it just becomes a part of, you know, the nature of, you know, your sport and everything like that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.